I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair.
Welcome to the Scorcher Report, news that burns. I'm Pedro Santa Cruz.
And I'm Rich Gary. Today is April 26th, and we are coming to you live from the Creative Tucson studios in downtown Tucson.
Exciting.
What could be better?
Let's get started with some local news. High school students across the city walked out of school last Friday afternoon to protest gun violence. The students chose April 20th for their protest because it marked the anniversary of the deadly shooting massacre at Columbine High School. And it just happened to be 4/20, or International Weed Day. Students figured that as long as they were walking out of school with all their classmates in protest, they might as well light it up and get high for the 4/20 holiday. Student organizers viewed the day of pot and protest as a success because they killed two birds with one righteous stone.
You know, Tom, I also did a walkout on 4/20.
Who's Tom? You mean Pedro?
You know, Pedro, I also did a walkout on 4/20.
Oh yeah, where'd you go?
I walked out of my house to the Circle K.
And what'd you do at the Circle K?
I bought snacks.
Nice.
High school students from the Phoenix area Hamilton High School spelled out a massive SOS during the walkout to protest gun violence on Wednesday. The walkout intended to send a message to Governor Doug Ducey to act on gun legislation and school safety. School officials say that the students show the young people are evolving quicker than the previous generations, mostly because they didn't form the shape of a massive penis.
Well, from what I've heard, they're texting instead these days, those types of things.
Eggplant emoji.
A Marana family is set to appear on ABC's Shark Tank to pitch their lip balm product, Bebe Bartunes. The Barton family already sells their flavored lip balm, which comes in refillable cartoonish animal pods, online and in stores, and hopes to get one of their sharks to invest in their business. City leaders are proud of the Barton family's success, regardless of how they fare on Shark Tank, and say that the local lip balm company is already the most successful Marana family business that doesn't sell methamphetamines.
You know, I'm just going to go out on a limb here, Pedro, and say that I would not trust any health products that come out of Marana. I'm sorry, I just wouldn't.
Well, they do grow very nice alfalfa.
In Marana? I would not trust any alfalfa grown in Marana. I'm sorry. I'm biased against Marana. Everything.
It's understandable.
The Center for Disease Control is telling consumers to throw out your romaine lettuce because of the E. coli outbreak that was reported to the agency. The lettuce was traced back to a farm in Yuma, Arizona. You heard about the E. coli, the romaine lettuce thing, right? The lettuce was traced to a farm in Yuma, Arizona, which may be the source of the outbreak. CDC officials are advising consumers not to eat lettuce coming from Yuma, and furthermore, not to engage with anyone having to do anything from Yuma, including visiting there. The romaine industry denied the outbreak and blamed the reports on, quote, big iceberg. They particularly called out the industry's bigger funder, Andy Iceberg, heir to the iceberg lettuce dynasty.
You know, I must be a prophet because I've been avoiding eating lettuce for years. I'm way ahead of the curve.
You know, I had those earlier comments about Marana, and I retract those. It's Yuma. Yuma is the big problem in Arizona. Oh, I'm getting word that our new boss, Ruben Studdard, is, hold on. He wants to have a meeting. Why are we having a meeting now? We're filming. Does he know we're filming?
We're filming a show. I thought we were just talking.
Mr. Studdard. That doesn't do anything. Are you there?
Hey there, boys. How's it going? You have fun last night at the Gentlemen's Club?
Well, to be perfectly honest, it was a little bit uncomfortable. I really did not like the thing you did, the twist tie. Ugh.
You mean my downsizing?
Yeah, and I really don't like it when you call it that, sir.
I make my Reuben sandwich smaller so it's bite-sized. What's the big deal? I told you that I have to have the girl pull the tie off and then it gets bigger, like Mario.
I know. You told us. And I'm not sure why you're telling us again, especially while we're filming.
You should see what I can do with a raccoon suit.
No, I shouldn't. All right. So what do you want?
Okay, I'll get to it. You know how you're always endorsing Brendan's products?
No.
Well, you do. You're constantly pushing Tetra products on every show. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna need you to stop doing that and endorse Stuttered products.
Jeez Louise.
Why?
Why?
Because that's my company.
Well, I mean, I figured as much, but I mean, why are we endorsing you? Brendan still owns the show. You're like sort of like a temp.
You didn't hear? Did you?
What?
No, what?
Brandon went to the little corner office in the sky. His last hedge fund was his life.
No way. What do you say? He probably just got another job.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Terry, sometimes when you get old or sick or kidnapped by the Russian mob for exposing a fake news ring, we cease to live.
Terry?
Brendan's dead?
Yep, afraid so.
That's amazing!
Well,
So we don't have to do this show anymore. And we probably get some sort of severance.
No. What it means is I'm in charge. For good. That means from here on out, no more mention of Brendan. He never existed.
oh, yeah, that's no problem. I honestly hated him. Is that mean? Like, how,
I already forgot who he is.
yeah. The quicker I can forget about him, the better, honestly. Like, that got used to.
All right, shut up. What are we, in the ladies' room? Next thing you know, we're gonna be looking up at each other's skirts and giving each other's gyno exams.
That's not what happens in the ladies' room.
Oh, but it is. I've seen it. Anyway, I see you've been doing your chores. Did you say your prayers?
Yeah.
I set up to pray, then I realized I don't know any prayers. So I sang happy birthday to myself instead. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess. So I guess I'll start out with the commercials so you can get a taste. Stutter's chaps are the only studded chaps that come equipped with an iPhone charger.
Hey, wait a second. If the Russians killed Brendan, I just thought of this. If the Russians killed Brendan, isn't there going to be some sort of an investigation? Like, that's a pretty big deal.
They'll figure it out. As well as 5 tiny pockets. Perfect for keys and change and some hairpins. Stuttered chaps. Because public exposure laws are full of loopholes. Back to you guys.
Okay. Terrific.
I don't get it.
Well, on then to national and international news.
29-year-old Travis Rain King killed 4 people outside a Nashville Waffle House over the weekend, then led police on a frantic manhunt until his capture on Monday. Police are still unsure of a motive, but in case you were wondering, and we know you were, he's a white guy. The most surprising part of the story is that this isn't the oddest thing that's happened outside a Waffle House this year, or probably even this week.
President Trump is considering pardoning former boxer Jack Johnson after receiving a phone call from actor Sylvester Stallone. Johnson, the first African-American boxing champ, died in 1920 after he turned himself into authorities after being charged with dating a white woman. During the phone call, Sly Stallone reportedly said, and Trump is reportedly considering the pardon because he loved the song Banana Pancakes. The president said that he didn't wait to see the smile on Johnson's face once he finally pardoned.
That is a really good song, though, you have to admit.
And that was also a really good Sylvester Stallone impression. It was spot on.
And I also like eating banana pancakes, personally. They're tasty.
And I also just like pizza.
Pizza. President Trump told journalists this week that human trafficking is worse than it's ever been in the history of the world. Responding to the statement, every black person in the U.S. said, Asked about the history of slavery and its connection to human trafficking, Trump said that they were actually getting a free trip to America, but there were, quote, miscommunications once they arrived. Very sad, very sad.
That's a sad one.
Yeah, that makes me cry.
A federal appeals court upheld a ruling that animals cannot sue for copyright infringement. The animal rights group PETA launched a lawsuit against animal photographer David Slater, who was sued over a famous photograph of a macaque monkey who took a selfie. The court ruled that copyright law does not extend to animals, which was bad news for Gromit, whose porridge gun was used by the Pentagon in the battle against ISIS.
I think that might be another eggplant emoji, right?
I think so too.
Photos of macaque.
But Pedro, we've got a special investigator. Okay, can I help you?
You know what? Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. That's right. I'm a special investigator. Special investigator Robert Vanilla.
Robert Vanilla?
Robert Vanilla. You're on notice. Are either of you familiar with an individual by the name of Ruben Studdard?
Yeah, he's our new boss, you know. We know him.
Well, do you know he's a 5'2" rapscallion with an eye for trouble?
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means either.
I mean, he's dropping a deuce. He's on a squirrel, dropping a deuce on a squirrel. Playing pedal plunker with some peccadillo, squawking with the squaws, huh?
Thanks for clarifying.
What did he say? You know, we're filming a show right now.
I don't know. I stopped caring, but I got a few seconds of general interest in there.
Really? Wow, you're getting better, dude. What are you looking for?
Thanks, I'm trying. So what did Ruben do exactly?
Something tells me you know exactly what he did. Drop the dime. Squeeze the cheese. Come on. Give it up now.
Well, I'll tell you this much. The guy is a total creep, and is that like what you're asking?
Yeah, total perv.
He's creepy, and
Total
he's a pervert.
perv.
And
Good guy, though. Good guy.
And he forced us to go to the strip club.
Good as hot sauce on a pickle. Good as 2 Fink counter on a Benzie hideaway is more like it.
Yeah, like that.
What? All right, fellas. I'm not done with you. I'll be back with some questions. And I expect some sauce.
Oh, all right, yeah. Get sauce. Better get that sauce.
I'm sauced now.
We got to get locks on the doors.
And more
Okay.
sauce, and more sauce.
Let's get back to the news, all right? So many interruptions today. Jeez,
Let's do it.
Louise. I'm taking this one, Pedro. A Senate committee advanced Trump to pick up Secretary of State Mike Pompeo after Senator Rand Paul reversed his opposition to Pompeo's nomination initially. Paul had concerns over Pompeo's views over torture and past anti-Muslim statements. Paul eventually withdrew his opposition when he finally realized that Pompeo was not actually a potato in a suit. Pompeo is predicted to have the lowest vote tally of any Secretary of State, a record previously set way back in January of 2017 by the last Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson. Pompeo said that he's proud to be part of such a historic record and said that only in America can you torture Muslims, spy on Americans, and still be approved to be Secretary of State.
Records are being set all the time with this administration.
I know.
It's amazing.
We have the most orange president.
Ronnie Jackson, President Trump's pick for the new leader of the VA, withdrew his nomination after allegations came to light that he created a hostile work environment in his past, according to a CBS News report. The report states that Jackson was accused of excessive drinking on the job and improperly dispensing meds. In other words, he's the perfect candidate to run the VA under the Trump administration. Some veterans rallied around Jackson after the news, such as Rear Admiral Speedball and Private Parts. Jackson will next resign from the military and replace Scott Weiland as the new singer of the Stone Temple Pilots. Is that because he does drugs?
Probably. A Saudi-led airstrike on a wedding party in Yemen killed 20 people, according to a Yemeni official. Saudi Arabia's foreign minister said that the bride reached out to the bureau to complain about the bombing and was being a, quote, total bridezilla.
Those brides.
Like, what, you can't take a little bit of war during your wedding?
I mean, come on. I know it's your day, but you got to be patient.
Yeah, there's precious resources being fought over.
A professor at Indiana University said that California's decision to provide warning labels for increased cancer risks in coffee isn't backed by evidence. Aaron Carroll wrote in the New York Times that the rule could undermine similar labels on more dangerous products. These products include cigarettes, French fries, and asbestos vapes. I haven't tried that flavor, you?
I'm not a vapor, bro.
Oh, well, they have all kinds of nice flavors.
You know, and the fidget spinners just died. Just dead in the water. No one's using fidget spinners anymore.
I did not know that.
Have you seen any memes about fidget spinners? It's over.
That's some kind of sexual position, right?
No. Fidget spinners are done.
All right.
No, I'm just playing. Try a fidget spinner with your lady later. She'll love it. All right, now we're on to Tucson weather specialist, Kim Sunny Burnham, for the 5-day Tucson forecast. Sunny, it's all yours. Take it. Is she over there? Wait. Oh, back there? Kim? Oh, it's this way. Kim?
Hi, Tucson! It's Kim Sunny Burnham with your 5-day Tucson forecast, brought to you by Tetro's... No! What? Oh, brought to you by Stuttered Slip-In Satin Suppositories, the only suppositories made from pure satin. Sure, it may itch like hell, but no one said being pretty was easy. Today is Thursday, April 26, 2018, and it's National Arboretum Day. National Autobahn Day. We have an Autobahn in Tucson? I didn't know that we celebrate that. I don't know how to celebrate that even. Birds. It's for the birds, so we're not going to talk about it then? Okay, then. Today is Help a Horse Day. I wish it was Help a Horse Day 2 weeks ago when my horse Lizzie died in the desert. Anywho, another National Observation Day is Poem in Your Pocket Day. Today is National Poem in Your Pocket Day. Hey, Pedro, is that a poem in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? Okay, the next 3 days are gonna be a scorcher. Huh, get it? Like the show? Was that good, Pedro? Anyway, sunny all weekend, low in the mid-90s like my SAT scores. I still don't understand why the guy at Harvard admissions kicked me out of the office, but the joke's on him because I slept in the basement next to the boiler for 2 whole months. That was nice and warm, as the weekend's gonna be. So if you're outside, seek some shade. under a tree or a brick wall or a burly guy named Jake. He'll promise he'll love you forever. But the next morning you'll discover that your wallet is missing and your kidney. I've got the scar to prove it. Okay, let's do some time traveling and travel to Monday because those sleeping pills worked a little too well. Monday it's going to start cooling down a little bit to the high 80s with some clouds. Does that mean that Odin is planning to ignite Ragnarok into the civilization and leave us for pleading for mercy? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. I love surprises. Tuesday, the temps are going to dip down even further to the mid-80s. The last decade that I felt really alive. I mean, back then, I could go see the Go-Go's down at 8 Ball and still have a few bucks in my pocket for cab fare. Am I right? And if you're good at following patterns, then you've probably figured out that Wednesday is going to dip even further into the lower 80s. So get your sweatshirts and your scarf and your favorite chicken pants. Mine are extra crispy. And then wait, I'm done? Wait, I haven't even started. Wait a minute. Hi, Tucson, this is Kim Sunny Burnham with, what? Wait, what? What do you mean I already did that? Who are you? Who am I? Where am I?
Hey, thanks a lot, Kim. Well, on to some entertainment news, shall we?
Sounds good with me.
22-year-old Taylor Swift stalker Roger Alvarado was arrested on charges of stalking, burglary, criminal mischief, and trespassing after breaking into Taylor Swift's New York City townhome with a shovel and then taking a nap. You could add Mr. Alvarado to the long list of Taylor Swift stalkers, which include the very own Scorcher Report's Pedro Santa Cruz.
It's a proud club of vagabonds. I must admit, when I first heard the name Taylor Swift, I thought she was a racehorse. But when I saw her beauty, well, the rest is history.
Pedro stalking is not cool, bro.
Fun fact, her song, I Knew You Were Trouble, it's about this guy.
I don't believe that.
Philadelphia Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie said that many NFL team owners have, quote, no interest in supporting President Trump during an October meeting with owners, players, and league executives. Even Lurie noted the irony that Trump can't even gain respect from the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that's caused more drunken, disorderly arrests than Nick Nolte. Nick Nolte slam.
The Eagles won the Super Bowl, and they do not support Donald Trump.
It's interesting to learn that on this, of all things, news.
We really are a divided nation. Smallville actress Allison Mack was charged with sex trafficking after she found to have recruited women for the group NXIVM, which has been described by former members as a cult. The group's leader, Keith Rainier, promoted NXIVM as a self-help group, but actually kept women as slaves. Those close to Rainier said they're shocked by the allegations because they always knew him as a mild-mannered reporter.
And I'd like to be a part of the cult Xanax and also be a slave. I think it's your line here.
Yeah, look, this has been the Scorcher Report. Thank you for joining us, And one more thing. I'm very excited to announce that here at Creative Tucson Studios, we will be hosting a night of stand-up comedy. Please join us or tune in Friday, May 4th for the third installment of Airing It Out Live, a comedy show on Channel 20 and streaming on creativetucson.org. This month's headliner is Josiah Osego, hosted by, of course, yours truly, Rich Gary. So please come on out Friday, May 4th at 8 p.m. and search Airing It Out Live on Facebook to find the event. And go ahead and click the going button because you're not going to want to miss this one.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you got a hot news tip for us, good for you. Stay creative, Tucson.
You know, I've been hearing more and more about a thing called fake news.
Fake news.
I've seen people destroyed, and I think it's very unfair.
All right, shut up. What are we in the ladies' room here? Yeah? All right, shut up. What are we in the ladies' room here? Next thing we're going to be looking up each other's skirts and giving each other a euro. I know. Shut up. All right, already, shut up. What are we in the ladies' room here? Next thing you know, we're going to be looking at each other's skirts and giving each other. Why can't I say this? Gynecologist, gyno.